I wanted to just hop on here because this was something kind of interesting I was playing with. Give me just a second here to get set up. Okay. Let me switch my camera around because there we go. So hopefully that is a little bit better here. There we go. Let me move a couple things out of the way. So today I was looking at, and for my own benefit, I wanted to know some of the differences. By the way, today is a Prime Day. So make sure that you guys, hi Sylvia, hey Tina, how are you? I'm glad you caught me. This was very impromptu, but I noticed today was Prime Days on Amazon, and I wanted to check this out for myself, and I thought, you know, I'm going to hop on and share some of this with you because this may be helpful to you as well. As you know, I'm always sharing, and I predominantly paint with this MeiLang set that's made by Paul Rubens. It's a student grade, and then I love this is that Yulan series, professional grade. By the way, these are way marked down today. Hey, Lisa. So I just wanted to tell you some of the differences, and then I'm also going to paint a few little Halloween things. And the last one I wanted to show you was their floral series here. So the packaging is all about the same, but I wanted to show you, in case you were curious like I was, some of the colors, because it could be confusing when you're trying to figure out, well, which one do I buy? I like all of them, so which one do I buy? I wanted to show you, so this is, let's see, the one I'm predominantly sharing with you guys is this MeiLang, and it's their most reasonable. I think actually today on Prime, it's on promotion for like $17 or something. I think I'm gonna even order a couple of them. And here are the colors you get. So let me tell you, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 36 colors, and here is the tin. Just think, I hope this is helpful for you guys too, because there's so many. Hey, Amy Lynn, what is spelling? Hey, Elizabeth, K Art, hi. So here is this palette. Look at the colors. You get all these colors, and it's about, today on Prime, I think they're marked down to 17. I did put in my basket a couple. And you have 17 single pigments, meaning those are pure pigments. You can mix them. This is the student grade, but the only difference that I have found is the light fastness isn't quite there. And we're gonna paint a couple things so you can actually see some of the colors, but look at all the colors you get. So great deal, you guys, if you're ever asking me about this MeiLang set made by Paul Rubens. 17 single pigments, which means just pure pigments. And you get 36 of them, and they're about $26 today. They're $17. I had to share that with you. Now here is the Paul Rubens floral palette you see me use a lot. That's this real pretty boxed one. It's, let me see here, this one here. And I love these. You have, you know, they're easy to take out. It's a pan of, let's see, how many are in here? 24 pigments, but it's kind of, I think, perfect for the floral colors. And so I wanted to show you the difference because this is a professional one. And hi, Sylvia. MeiLang, M-E-I-L-I-A-N-G. Is that how you spell it? Oh my gosh. If you put in M-E-I-L-A-N-G, it'll pop up, and I'll try and get you some of those links. So anyway, this is their professional palette. This is really important, you guys. The MeiLang, which is their student grade, the difference that I have found is just in predominantly the light fastness, which means if you were to hang this in the sun, the professional paints by Paul Rubens are going to have a lot higher light fastness, mean they won't fade as quickly. And for me, that's it. Both are, the student grade and the pro are beautiful. They're creamy, they're vibrant, they're bright. Look at these. I swatched them out. You found it? Yeah, yeah, there you go. Thanks, Amy. But look at these. I mean, the colors are so similar. Now here's the MeiLang 5th generation. That's the one with the little zebra print on it, the case. And I mean, the colors are so similar. And that's why I'm always telling you guys, grab the MeiLang because they are so great. And today's $17. All of these are on sale. The floral palette is normally $41 because it is their professional palette, but today it's like $31, I think. And the 5th generation Paul Rubens, the colors are a little bit different. I would suggest, I do use the MeiLang. It's beautiful. The colors are really dark. But I'm telling you, go for the MeiLang, you guys. Look at this. So the browns are so similar. They called nickel yellow in the floral palette, professional Paul Rubens, and here it's just yellow ochre. So you're getting so many of the same yellows. In the floral palette, I do like this Indian yellow. That's kind of a cool color. I do like the turquoise light, but they have the olive green, just like the MeiLang. So I wanted to share that with you today because I think that's a great tip if you've been holding off to buy those. Definitely hop on. Hey, Allie. Definitely hop on and grab them today because you're not going to get them much cheaper. And I think the Prime days are today and tomorrow. I should have linked the the link to my shop for you so you could find all these really easy. Anyway, so I wanted to share that with you. What I'm going to paint today is, and I'm going to be using my MeiLang palette, is just some fun little Halloween things I was playing with. Let me go ahead and activate. And you guys, I'll tell you what I do with these two. I didn't check, but I'm sure they're on sale too. Yeah, the MeiLangs are great. And I'm telling you, for $17 today, normally they're about $21, $24. You can't beat these, honestly. So I'm going to be using this. And by the way, you guys have asked me how to fill these. I just use the MeiLang's tubes, a box of the tubes, and I'm sure they're probably on sale today as well for you. All right, let's have some fun. I'm going to be using my number 8 brush. Let's get my little palette out here. I've got, as always, my Meeden wash and rinse. Really important, guys. And then I dry my brush off a lot. So I'm constantly getting my brush wet, tapping it off, and then I go into my paints. All right. The first one I want to do, yes, these are watercolors, Ryan, is maybe this little witch's hat. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit. Hold on one second, guys. I don't know if I can or not. Let's see. Ooh, see if that's a little better. I don't know, maybe you guys would rather see my paints. You tell me. I'm gonna close in a little bit. What do you think, guys? What would you rather see? You'd rather see everything, or would you rather see what I'm painting? How about I'm gonna go with right there. Okay, the first little painting I'm gonna do is just this little witch's hat. So I will be using, in the MeiLang palette, the coal black. It has a pretty good light fastness, although I haven't been able to find the exact light fastness number, but let's go ahead and do this. I think what I'll do is paint a light wash over the whole thing, and then I'm going to add in some purplish. So let me get that black in my pan here. Everything is good. Yeah, I think Mary, if you're referring to the Paul Langs, I love all their paints. I'm a huge fan. That's what I predominantly use. Just a bit of the paint, yeah. So I've got a light wash in here of my coal black in the MeiLang palette. And I've got about probably 80% water, 20% pigment. So it moves around pretty well, very light. And I'm going to use my 8 round. This is my brush, you guys. And I think there are maybe 30 left, 30 sets left. And let's just go in. I'm using the side of my brush. And Tina, if you're still on here, doesn't this remind you a bit of that little gnome we painted last year? That was so fun. Just laying down a little wash here, very light, because remember in watercolors, we always start light first. And this will dry and lighten up even more. So just a simple little witch's hat here, nothing crazy. I'm going to put a belt buckle in the middle. And I'll share this drawing with you guys. These little drawings I did, I'll put it in the community. Make sure you check my community because I put a lot of little free drawings in there for you guys. So just this light wash. And then we're going to go in, or I'm going to go in. You can use whatever colors you like. And I'm going to drop in a little bit of the purple, which is the deep violet. Love the neo colors. Yeah, those are cool. The hippie gnome, wasn't that so fun, Pamela? Yeah, that's what I was saying, Pamela. In the MeiLang, they're a lot less money, but they don't have a good light fastness. I'll tell you, I don't have a problem with them. I don't hang my watercolors directly in the sun. But if I was to do a commission or something professional, I would definitely go for the professional set. Absolutely. I was saying that in the beginning of the live here. The light fastness is why they are not considered professional. Absolutely. But for my daily painting, it's what I use because I do a lot of painting and, you know, so that helps me. So I'm just going in here right now. I'm just adding in some darker shades. That's what I was actually just showing, by the way, Pamela, on I have all these swatches of the 3 different palettes. I also showed the Yulan series. That's this one here. That's the professional gray. But mainly the reason I wanted to show you all of these is because they're all on sale today on Prime. So grab them if you've been kind of debating about that. Here is my deep purple. Yeah, the Daniel Smith. I'll tell you, you guys, you know, from my college days, decades ago, by the way, I'm just dropping in some purple here while this is still wet. But I don't even mind here if this blooms a little bit because, to be honest, it's an old witch's hat. So I kind of expect that. I was saying, you know, back from my high school days, I used, you know, we were told, we weren't even given a choice. We didn't have, you know, internet and all that back then. But we were told you buy Winsor Newton and that's that. So I painted with Winsor Newton for years and years and years. But with the volume of painting I do now, I can't paint with Winsor Newtons every day. So let's let that dry a little bit. Look at how cute. I just did that light wash and then we'll go in and make this a little bit darker. Hey, Ali. Oh, is there a lot of lives today? I rarely do these. I keep trying to do more, but I just don't do a lot of them. I need to do more. I know that. Let's go in. I'm going to do a little, let's draw it out. A little bat here. I'm going to use my micron pen. And I'll trace these out for you so you guys can use these if you want. I think these would be so cute on cards. Little Halloween cards. I make my own cards. I use the, I've shared this with you before. I use the Strathmore watercolor cards. And now I don't even think I could go back to buying cards, because now my family and friends all know I make my own cards. So if I don't send them a handmade one, they're kind of bummed out. Okay, for the bats, I'm going to go back to that black again, light color. Hi, Allie. Oh, okay. Try the metallic paints on the witch's hat. Ooh, yeah, I definitely will, Letitia. Oh, Sophie. Hi, Sophie. You're using your mom's account. Got it. I know that's confusing. A lot of times I get people using husband's account or parents' accounts. On here, I'm just going in the same as I did with that little witch's hat. And just laying in a light wash, and then I'll go in and add in maybe some blues or maybe some purples in this little bat. But the reason why I wanted to make some of these smaller is because I wanted to show you in the first bigger bat here how that creates this sense of depth, because he's bigger and I'm going to make him darker than the ones in the background there. So just something to think about when you're painting flowers or anything. Of course, things in front are going to be a little bigger, darker. As they fade away, they're going to be a little bit lighter. So I'll go in here and darken him up. Let me add some of that purple. I love that name, Sophie. When I had my last daughter 23 years ago, I wanted to name her Sophie. And my girls had all these different names. We ended up naming her Allie. But I love, are you named after, by the way, Sophia Loren by any chance? That was who I had in mind. Okay, so I just went in there with a little bit of wet on wet, damp on damp. Look at how pretty that witch's hat is now, by the way. It's got these blends. I can hold it up so you can see, but look at the beautiful blends you get. That's what I love about watercolors, you guys. Isn't that pretty? And then I'm going to go in and do these other two little bats, and they're going to get lighter and lighter. So this one will be my darkest one because he's up in front. This one will be maybe my mid value, and this one will be a little bit lighter. So let's go in and paint those other two. Just laying down that wash. And I will trace these out for you again, and I will put them on the community page if you like. And you're definitely, Letitia, I am going to add some sparkles to these, girl, because you know me, I love my sparkles. So just painting each of these, and keeping in mind when watercolors dry, they do dry a little bit lighter. There we go. Now I'll go in and maybe add some of that purple. And I'm keeping this pretty washy. Now that one did turn out a little bit darker, but I'm going to darken that one in front anyway. There we go. So those have got all those fun colors. Aren't those cute? Wouldn't that be fun for a little card? Oh, thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Letitia. Oh, that's funny, Sophie. Do you know who you were named after? Let's move on and do this little kettle. So I will outline the kettle. Here's a little handle. And let's see, let's draw. I really wing it when I'm drawing, you guys. I try to kind of sketch it out beforehand, but there we go. Maybe a little handles on the side. And then we'll put in some legs. Tina, if you're still there, I can totally see you playing with this, girl. You will have fun with this. Okay, so there's our kettle. Maybe a brass knob in the middle. Something like that. And I'm going to make my kettle a blue. They just like the name. That's usually what it is. But I did want to name my last daughter Sophie. I just got kind of voted out, I guess. I think the that kettle, as much as I would love to make a pink kettle, right, you guys? Is that so me? I think I'm going to use that Payne's Gray. I want to make it look kind of old. So let's just put that. Oh yeah, there we go. Now I'm going to have to, that Payne's Gray is pretty saturated, so I'm going to really lighten that up. And I'm just going to do the same thing in here. I'm going to lay down that wash using kind of the side of my brush. I hope you're all receiving your brushes from my brush set by now. They're so fun. I'd love to see if you want to send me any pictures via my email. I'd love to see what you're painting with them. There we go, just adding. And actually, I'm going to add quite a bit of water to this one because I want it to look kind of almost tarnished. Like it's just this really old kettle. So just going in again with that wet on wet, go in and maybe add a little darker underneath. This is what I love about watercolors, you guys, though, is these effects. I never like to just get one straight wash. Guess I'm, hi Letitia, nope. You are not invisible, girl. So that's what I love about watercolors, is being able to get this washiness. Just going to go on here, do this little lip. There we go. And then we'll go in and darken some areas. And I'm definitely going to use that gold metallics. As you know, I love the MABs. Matter of fact, I'm going to get those wet so they're ready to go, and we'll add some of that gold onto some of these. I'm about out of my MAB gold series. I need to get some more. So there's the little kettle. We'll come back and do more on that. Let's do, well, I'm going to do my spider web first. I know, aren't watercolors so awesome? You like the silver? I do. I was actually thinking of using some of the silver on maybe the spider web. I thought that would be really pretty. Spider webs are always kind of fun, and you can make them not really into the gore and stuff of Halloween. I like all the cute stuff. I don't know if you guys saw my little ghosties I did this morning, but those were really fun with the filbert brush. It was like literally one. I'll show you really quick, but check out, I did a tutorial on it this morning, or pardon me, a short. But look at this, for a little ghost, like it could not be any easier than this. Look at that. They look like little ghosts. You add some eyes there. Isn't that cute? Once that dries, I'll add some little eyes. And it's a perfect little ghost shape. So I think for this spider web, I will use some silver, actually, Letitia, definitely. So there's our spider web. Now we just need a little spider. Yeah, I'm gonna do a spider right now. He's gonna be a cute one though. I don't like creepy stuff. Just me. And I think spiders, I put 3 legs on, or 6 legs on here, but I think they're actually 8 legs, guys, right? So I better add 8 legs. So we'll paint him in, and then maybe some, my favorite candy. I don't even buy them because I'll eat the whole bag. Yep, candy corn. Oh my gosh, I love. Now they have the little, like the candy corn, they have the little pumpkins, so fun. Okay, so you have 20 different palettes. I know, I hear you, girl. Look at this. I'm obsessed with those metallics. Look at all these I have. I just keep buying them, but I've been buying them for over a year, so I got a pretty good collection. I use the gold mostly, so that one's almost out. Okay, let's do our little spider here back to the black, and I might add in some blue on him, or purple. How cute though. I'm already envisioning like a pink spider. How fun would that be? I make everything pink. Even for Halloween, I just bought my granddaughter some Halloween stuff and it was pink. So what you saw me do right there, I just kind of lifted some of that out to kind of make it look like it's shiny on his back and make it a little bit, give that feeling of roundness. Now I added in a little bit more black. Aren't they cool, Letitia? I, have been buying from her for over a year, and I have been really happy with all her metallics. The mirror and the silver, where is it? This is the mirror series. That's the first one I ever bought. Fell in love with it. I bought a couple more since. I then bought the gold. And a lot of their other ones, like I have her ocean. Look how pretty that is. She's in the UK, by the way, but she ships really quickly. I'm always kind of surprised by how quick my orders get to me. And she's a small artist, so I always appreciate that. I'm going to add in, okay, I can't stand it. I got to add a little bit of red violet on him because that's how I roll, guys. Look at that. Got to do it. And then we'll add metallics to a lot of these. Thank you, Sophie. Look how much cuter he is with pink, you guys, right? I mean, come on. Is it just me? And then I'm just softening that edge. Again, I'm doing all of these pretty light-handed. They're pretty much whimsical and so forth. All right, while this is like this, let me just show you those gold metallics. So I'm gonna go in and pick up a little bit of that. I try not to use generally the tip of my brush to go into my paints. This one's a little bit harder because the palette's smaller. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I really could have even painted this kind of a brown underneath first and then went over it with the gold. Look how fun that is. Oh, you're in Idaho. Yep. Never been there, but I've heard it's beautiful. I had a girl when my kids were little. Look how pretty. Oh my gosh, I love this. That used to come out in the summer and stay with us, and she was from Idaho. Here's that little handle on the side. Look how pretty. This, to me, I could do this all day long, you guys. I just love this. And again, I'm just going to remind for those of you who weren't here in the, yeah, it is cold, in the beginning, make sure you hop on today. I'll try and get you some links, but Amazon Prime is having their Prime days today. I even bought a number of stuff. Okay, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to make this little circle in the middle. Purple. Yeah, oops, I stuck my hand in that. Okay. And here's the little ghosties I made with the filbert brush. I'm just going to add eyes to them. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. And look how cute. Aren't those cute? I mean, that is such a simple little card that a kid would love. How cute is that? I'm going to do, let's see, let's do her little buckle. How about we do that in this color? Let's see what this color is. Okay, yeah, that works for me. Oops. I keep sticking my hand in things. Look how fun. And then I think I'll save and wait and do that buckle, the gold buckle in the middle in the gold. There we go. And then I'm just going to tap in on the edges a little bit darker, just to make it feel like it's got some roundness. Yeah, I've been painting like crazy lately. I'm keep running out of paints. I got to keep ordering them. That's why I was so excited they were having that sale today. Okay, let's see. Let's go in, and I'm just going to make some little creases in the hat. Let's go in with maybe the purple. There we go. So I've got a little darker value than I did for the wash. This is now about 50 paint, 50. Ooh, sounds good, Tina. I think I need my coffee. And I'm just going to go in and do just some little creases here and there. Maybe a little bit of shadow. And then I'll take a damp brush. So I just rinse my brush, tap it on a towel, and go up right against that and kind of do this like push and pull technique. I've got a whole video on that too, by the way. And just start creating some, oh, you know what? I wanted to go on that and damp brush and just go right along the edge of that. Just to soften it a bit, but it looks like that crease. There you go. Letitia, Amazon, yeah, they have Prime Days today. I just saw it last night and I was like, oh shoot, I got to get on and get some things. I'm constantly buying paint, so I'm adding in just to look like maybe a bit of a shadow underneath. And then I'm going to add a shadow just on the end of her hat there. Oh, I smudged his little eyes. So just with the tip of my number 8 brush here, go in and draw in just a tiny, tiny line. So light pressure with my brush, like that. And let's go in with that gold again and make that little, let's see, today is a school day. I'm not going because I'm sick. Oh, I hope you feel better. Painting always makes me feel better. And here is our little gold buckle. There we go. Oh, I just love that gold. All right, I think I'm kind of done with that. I could add in a little bit of darker values here and there. Something like that. And now let's go into our bat. I want to make him darker because see right now how it's pretty flat. So I want to pop out that bat in front. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more of my coal black. And maybe some of that purple. Well, I'm glad you were home, Sophie, because you got to join me here. Hopefully this is mom approved. And let's go in and just darken up this little bat and watch how he'll pop right out in front. So using the tip of my brush, get a little bit more of that paint. There we go. Make him a little bit darker. This is why I just, you know, I love teaching values because it's such an easy one for beginners to really make a difference in their paintings. So I'm mixing using the black and the purple. And again, the first thing that comes to my mind is, oh my gosh, I need to do a pink bat, right? And I'm letting these paints kind of mix with the black and the purple. That's what I just love about watercolors. There we go. So see how he immediately popped up to the front? So he's my darkest value. In paintings, I always make sure and try, Paula. Hi, Paula. You paint all your cards too? Oh my gosh, 70, girl, you are busy. I don't do 70, but I paint all my Christmas cards too. It's relaxing to me. So just using the tip of my brush, but look how he popped right out. So in your florals or whatever you're painting, landscapes, always paint whatever's in front a little bit bigger, a little bit darker. And then this one's going to be in the middle, and this one will be way in the background. So I'm not even going to do anything to this one now. I'm going to leave it really light, but I'm going to darken up this one just a bit. And watch, it's like magic. It's going to look closer than this one, but not as close as that one. And if it's a little too dark, I can always go in and lift up some of that paint till I get that medium value that I want. Yeah, I'll keep saying it for anybody who's maybe getting on here. Mid-roll here is make sure and hop on Amazon. They have some great sales. Okay, so I think I'm done with that. I might darken him up just one more time, just to really pop him out in front. But look how cute these are. And if you are good at calligraphy, which I am not, I'm just gonna say, you could do a little hat, you could do a little bats, and they would be so cute. I'm gonna paint in between that buckle. There we go. And there's our little witch's hat. Maybe go in there with a dark value, meaning about 80% pigment, 20% water, and just create that little line. Okay, let's go in and darken the inside of our pot. So I will use a darker value of that blue, and that'll make it look like you can almost see inside that pot. Kind of pulls your eye down in there. There we go. I never like anything completely just all the same color, so I'm always trying to kind of add in some darks and lights. There you go. And then let's make a shadow under here, maybe on the side. I'm just using the side of my brush there. And then wash and rinse my brush and kind of lighten that up. There you go. Yeah, a little bit more of that Payne's gray. Hi, Vicki. Aw, thank you. Oh, thank you, Vicki. I'm so glad you caught me too, Vicki. It's always so fun on these lives to see you. I'm saying see you, but I really can't see you. But it's always fun to see familiar names. Might just darken a little bit under that gold. And then I always wash, rinse my brush and just go alongside that and kind of soften it out. Not a big fan of the hard lines. There we go. Okay, so how fun is that? You could even do some little bubbles coming out here. Let's do our candy corn. So I'm going to go back to my, let's see, what color candy corn? I can't remember if there's a pattern. I know it's yellow, white, and orange, but I don't remember if there's any particular pattern. So I'm just going to start with that orange on the top. There probably is a method to their madness. And again, I'm keeping it real washy, just kind of plain, letting the watercolors kind of do their thing. Maybe tap in a little bit wet and wet. There we go. And then we'll do the middle one. Bye, Sophie. Yeah, I need to do More lives, definitely. Here's my yellow, so we'll do that little middle piece. Hope you feel better, Sophie. There we go. Add some water. Yeah, boy, those Amazon Prime days, they get some really good deals. I try to wait till those days to kind of purchase what I need. Oops, I got some orange in there. Okay, so if that happens, just dry your brush and lift it out. You can do that the best if your paint is still wet. So just a little tip there. There we go. And then I think one little section is usually white. So we'll leave this one white, go in and do this one yellow. Just picking some up. And then we'll do that bottom one orange. Where's my orange? I'm running out of room here. And gonna wash and rinse my brush. So I love that. That's what I love about watercolors. Orange, white, and yellow. Yeah. I wasn't sure if they do those in a certain order, like orange is always at the top. I don't know. And you know what? How about if we make one of these sections metallic? Let's get that mirror series out so you can kind of see that. I'm going to spray this because anytime I can find an excuse to use my metallics, I'm all over it. Let's use this one. Ooh, yeah, look at that. I hope you can see that on camera. That is nice and sparkly. So much more fun than just white, right? There we go. Then I'll add in a little bit more orange on the side there, just to make it feel like it's nice and round. There we go. And we can do the same with that little pot in our little spider belly. So point, press, use kind of the side of my brush, and then I rinse my brush and just go along this side of that and kind of blend it out a bit. I'm just not a hard line person. I like the washiness of watercolors. There we go. So cute. Oop, now I'm sticking my hand in that. Let's put that back down. There we go. So pretty. I like that. I'm going to add a tiny bit more blue just around the back of his head. There we go. Isn't he cute? And let's do a little bit more on that pot. So I'm going to grab a tiny bit more of that dark blue, Payne's Gray. And I'm just going to go under here one more time. And this is what I love, you know, work in layers. You can keep, this is also almost like glazing. It is basically glazing. And you can keep darkening the colors just by using layers of your paint. Then I'll go in with a little darker around that edge. There we go. Maybe with that purple, a little bit darker. I'm going to use some of that purple on the inside of that pot too. There we go. Just to kind of draw your eye in there. Which paints, Vicky? Are those the MAB paints? Yeah, these I've been buying for over a year. I'll get the link for you for those too. And actually, she did give me a discount code. I think it'll give you guys 10% off. These are the two I started with. This is the gold series. This is the mirror series. And I think they show up the most, but let me show you, girl. I have tons of them. I've been buying them about every month for over a year. Oops, let me get my drawer back in there. Okay, so let's do his little eyes without getting my hand in there. I'm just using the tip of my brush. And I think I mentioned this, but this is my number 8 brush in my set. There you go. Isn't that cute? And then I think I'm going to use, yeah, and I black paper. Oh my gosh, we got to try that before I go here. But this is hopefully, oh, hold on. I think, let's see here. Hold on, guys. Hold on.